All right, let's get right into it. Today we're tackling one of the biggest questions in personal finance. Should you be an investor or should you be a trader? Believe me, these are two totally different worlds, and choosing your path could literally shape your entire financial future.
I mean, this is what it all boils down to, right? The dream of getting rich quick versus the promise of getting rich slow. It's this classic fight in our heads between the thrill of the chase and the wisdom of patience.
You know, everyone's goal is basically the same: make your money grow. But how you get there, well, that's where the road splits. Think of it as two completely different journeys, each with its own map, its own speed, and its own dangers. So let's explore them both. First up, let's talk about path number one. This is what we'll call the trader sprint. And just like a sprint, it's all about speed, explosive energy, and very high stakes. So what is trading exactly? Well, think of it like playing a super fast-paced game. You're buying and selling things, stocks, currencies, you name it, and you're doing it frequently. The goal is to cash in on those little daily or even hourly zigzags in the market. It takes sharp timing and, honestly, nerves of steel.
Yeah, the time frame here is just incredibly short. A trader isn't really thinking about a company's 5-year plan. Nope, they are obsessed with what the price is going to do in the next 5 minutes. It's a constant cycle of watching charts, spotting trends, and reacting to news like instantly.
Now, here's a number that is absolutely crucial to understand when we talk about this path. 90%. Just let that sink in for a second. It's a huge number, and it tells a very important story.
And what that 90% represents is the estimated slice of the population that, frankly, should probably just stay away from this high-risk, high-stress game. It's not necessarily about failing, it's that for most people, this sprint is just the wrong race to be in. The odds are just not in your favor.
Okay, so let's completely switch gears and look at the second path. If trading is the sprint, then investing, well, investing is the marathon. It's a whole different ballgame that's all about endurance and playing the long game.
See, investing is really about ownership. You're not just, renting a stock for a few hours. You are buying a small piece of a real business, and your plan is to hold on to it for years, maybe even decades. The whole point isn't to catch a tiny price swing. It's to grow with the company as it succeeds over the long haul.
And here's the thing, the investor has a superpower. I'm not kidding. It's a secret weapon that traders almost never get to use, and it's called compound interest. It's this beautiful, simple idea that your earnings start making their own earnings. It's like a tiny snowball that, given enough time, can grow into a massive avalanche of wealth. And this chart just shows you that power in action. It's amazing. Let's say you start with $10,000. After 10 years, it's more than doubled. Pretty cool. But now look at the jump between year 20 and year 30. Whoa, it grows by more than 100 grand in that last decade alone. That is compounding really hitting its stride. Time is absolutely everything. So, to pull this off, you need a very specific mindset. It's all about patience. You have to be willing to ride out the market's ups and downs. You've got to focus on the big picture, not the daily drama. And you have to believe in that famous saying, time in the market beats timing the market. It just does.
Okay, so we've got the sprint and we've got the marathon. Let's put them side by side, a head-to-head showdown, and really see how they stack up.
This table just lays it all out perfectly. The trader is thinking in days or weeks. The investor is thinking in decades. The trader wants quick profits. The investor wants to build lasting wealth. One tries to time the market perfectly. The other just buys and holds. But look at that last row. That's the big one. The risk level is just dramatically different. We're talking high risk versus moderate to low. That's a huge deal.
So now that we've seen both paths laid bare, the question really becomes, which pace is the right one for you?
And this really brings us right back to that core idea. Yeah, the sprint might look flashy and exciting, but for 9 out of 10 people, the marathon is simply the more reliable, the more proven way to actually reach the financial finish line.
I think this quote just says it all. Real, lasting wealth. It usually isn't created in a blur of frantic activity. It's grown, carefully, over a long period of time. Patience is the secret ingredient, not speed.
And so that's the final question I want to leave you with. The sprint is always going to be tempting, I get it, but what does your marathon look like? What are you building that's truly designed